How much time are you wasting right now? Think about it. How many minutes have slipped away in the last hour or the last week? Those moments spent scrolling mindlessly, binge, watching shows that don't add anything to your life, or stressing over things you can't control, are all lost. Once time passes, it's gone forever. You can't rewind it. You can't pause it. It just slips through your fingers. Even now, as you watch this video, time is moving forward, and you're either investing it or losing it. It's easy to ignore, isn't it? To think that time will always be there, that you have time to figure it out tomorrow. But here's the truth: time is the most valuable asset you have, and yet, so many of us mismanage it every single day. We waste it, we squander it, we abuse it, and we don't even realize it until it's too late. We think we have all the time in the world, but the clock doesn't stop for anyone. You might feel like you're stuck, unsure of where you're going or how to move forward. But what if you knew that the key to unlocking a better, more fulfilling life was right in front of you? What if the difference between where you are now and where you dream of being is simply in how you manage your time? I've seen it in my own life, and I've seen it in countless others. You wake up with good intentions. You tell yourself you'll make today different, that you're going to take control. But before you know it, an hour or two has passed. And here's the kicker: you don't even realize it until it's too late. The distractions, whether it's checking your phone every few minutes, scrolling through social media, or falling into the trap of procrastination, are silent. They're sneaky. And they're ruthless. This isn't just about time management. It's about realizing that your dreams, your success, your happiness, all of it depends on how you use the time you have. Think about it. Every minute you waste is a minute you'll never get back. Every hour spent on distractions is an hour taken away from the life you want, the life you deserve. Now, imagine this. Imagine having full control over your time. Imagine how much further you could go if you truly disciplined yourself to make every minute count. How much more could you achieve in your career, in your relationships, in your personal growth? What if you woke up every day knowing that each moment was a chance to move closer to your goals, to unlock your next level? How would that feel? But here's the hard truth: it's not as easy as it sounds. It's not just about knowing the right thing to do. It's about changing habits that have been ingrained for years. It's about challenging the comfort zone you've built. And that's why it's so difficult. Because we get comfortable. We fall into patterns. We tell ourselves, "I'll do it tomorrow," or "It's not that bad." But tomorrow never comes. And the time that's been wasted, you can never get it back. So I want you to ask yourself right now, how much of your day is spent without purpose? How many of those wasted hours do you keep telling yourself you'll make up for later? The question isn't whether or not you can change. The question is whether or not you're ready to take that first step. Are you ready to take control of your time and unlock your full potential? Because if you are, everything changes. The journey to becoming the best version of yourself begins with the simple realization that time is precious, that every moment counts. And it starts now, right here, right in this moment. Are you ready? If you want to unlock your full potential, you have to first understand what's standing in your way. And most of the time, it's not the big things you see as obstacles. It's the little moments. The moments you've let slip by unnoticed. The seemingly harmless distractions that don't feel like much in the moment. But when you add them all up, they steal the most precious resource you have: your time. Let me take you back to when I first started my journey. I was at a place where I felt stuck, frustrated, and overwhelmed. I told myself I didn't have time for self-development, for meditation, for reflection, things that could have changed my life. But here's the truth. I was lying to myself. What I didn't realize was that I was wasting hours every single day on trivial things, checking my emails every 10 minutes, falling into the endless rabbit hole of social media, hitting snooze on my alarm one too many times. And then there was procrastination, the thing that kept me from doing the very things I knew would make me grow, because I was afraid of failing, afraid of not being good enough. And that's when it hit me. Those little moments, those distractions, were my time killers. They weren't big events or huge decisions. They were tiny, seemingly insignificant choices that added up day after day until I realized just how much time I'd lost. Time I could have used to create, to grow, to change my life. And that realization was a wake-up call. Let's break it down. What are the most common time killers you're facing right now? Take a moment to think about it. Social media, the endless scrolling, jumping from one post to the next, comparing yourself to others. These things can easily eat up hours of your day. Have you ever caught yourself mindlessly scrolling and then looked at the clock, only to realize it's been an hour, 2 hours, and you have nothing to show for it? Then there's procrastination. The lie we tell ourselves, I'll do it later. But later never comes. We keep putting things off, letting fear control us, and before we know it, we've wasted days, weeks, months, waiting for the perfect time to start. The perfect time never comes, but the clock keeps ticking. And then, of course, there's multitasking. We think we're being productive, that we can handle it all at once. But the truth is, multitasking makes us less efficient. We end up spreading ourselves too thin, failing to give our best to any one thing. And that's not success, it's just noise. Constant noise that distracts us from our true goals. Studies have shown that the average person spends over 2.5 hours a day on their phone, much of it mindlessly scrolling. That's 18 hours a week, almost a full workday just lost in distraction. Imagine what you could do with those 18 hours if you dedicated them to your dreams, to your growth, to your future. That's an entire day that's slipping away without you even realizing it. So, I want to ask you right now, what's more important to you in this moment? Another hour spent on distractions, or the chance to start working toward your dreams right now? Is that extra time on social media or that next episode of a TV show worth more than the chance to take a step closer to who you're meant to be? Think about it. If you're serious about making a change, if you really want to take control of your life, you have to stop settling for the small distractions. You have to put the distractions down and start making every minute count. Take a look at the people who are thriving, the ones who are creating, achieving, living their best lives. They aren't any more talented than you. They just decided to stop wasting time. They made a commitment to themselves to take control. And that's the difference. They stopped letting distractions steal their potential, and they started investing in their future. So, how do you identify your time wasters? How do you start taking control? Well, here's the question I want you to ask yourself. How do you make sure you're investing in yourself, in your potential, and in your goals every single day? It's time to stop letting your time slip away. It's time to start investing in what truly matters. In the next section, we'll dive into exactly how to do that, how to take control of your time, create intentional habits, and start investing in the life you've always dreamed of. But first, I want you to think about this. What could your life look like if you stopped wasting time? What could you achieve And where could you go if you started right now? The power is in your hands. The choice is yours. It's time to take back control. You don't have to wait for the perfect moment. The perfect moment is now. It's all about making a decision, right here, right now, that your time matters. You've already seen where you've been wasting it. You've identified your time killers. Now, it's time to make those wasted hours count. And I'm going to show you exactly how to turn your time into your most powerful tool. This isn't about having more time. It's about making the most of the time you already have. We're going to build a blueprint for your success, a step-by-step plan to manage your time in a way that aligns with your core values and your biggest goals. Ready? Let's dive in. Step 1. Prioritize what matters. The first step is to define what's truly important to you. Stop running on autopilot, checking off items on your to-do list that don't really bring you closer to your dreams. Instead, create a values-based list. What are the 3 things that will push you toward your full potential? Focus on those. This isn't just about doing more. It's about doing what matters most. What would happen if you spent your energy on the things that actually move the needle in your life? It's so easy to get caught up in the hustle of tasks, but all those small, insignificant things can distract you from the big goals that matter. For example, think about a goal you have. Maybe it's to start a new business, learn a new skill, or improve your health. Instead of scattering your time across 100 things, ask yourself, what are the 3 things that will actually help me achieve this? The first step in mastering time is knowing what to prioritize. Step 2. Time blocking. Now that you know what matters most, the next step is about focus. Time blocking is a game changer. It's about breaking your day into specific, dedicated time blocks where each task or responsibility gets your undivided attention. No multitasking, no distractions. You've made the decision that this time is precious, so give it to what truly matters. Start by blocking off time for your top 3 priorities. For example, if your goal is to improve your fitness, block out 30 minutes in the morning to work out. If you're building a business, block out focused time for learning, planning, and taking action. If relationships matter to you, schedule regular, uninterrupted time to connect with the people you care about. Time blocking doesn't just create structure, it creates clarity. It helps you eliminate distractions and gives you permission to focus deeply on one task at a time. When you do that, your productivity will soar. Step 3. The power of the 80-20 rule. Now that you've prioritized your time and set boundaries with time blocking, it's time to harness the power of the 80-20 rule. The Pareto principle tells us that 80% of your results come from 20% of your efforts. That means that not all tasks are created equal. Some things you do will yield massive results, while others won't move the needle at all. So, what's the 20% in your life that will give you 80% of your results? Maybe it's a specific task, a relationship, or a habit. When you identify that 20%, you need to put your focus there. Stop wasting time on tasks that don't matter. Ask yourself, what is the one thing I can do today that will give me the biggest return? When you focus on the right 20%, you stop spinning your wheels. You stop wasting energy on meaningless tasks, and you put your effort into what will actually move you forward. This is the essence of working smarter, not harder. Step 4. Building momentum. Here's the truth. You won't always feel motivated. That's normal. Motivation is fleeting. But you know what lasts longer than motivation? Momentum. When you start small, you build the habit. And over time, that habit builds the results. Momentum is the key to long-term success. It's like a snowball rolling down a hill. picking up speed as it goes. The first few steps may feel slow. They may even feel hard. But when you make that first move, when you make that first commitment, something shifts. You start gaining momentum. And as you build that momentum, you'll see your progress accelerate. I remember when I first committed to my morning routine. I started with just 10 minutes of meditation. That was it. But over time, it expanded into a transformative daily habit. Meditation turned into journaling, then into physical exercise, then into reading. Those small actions, repeated every day, built momentum in my life. Time wasn't my enemy anymore. It became my ally. And it was because I chose to invest in myself every single day. Let me tell you about someone I know, someone who turned their life around by mastering time management. When he first came to me, he was struggling. He felt like he was drowning in work, family responsibilities, and the never-ending demands of life. He had no time for his own dreams, no time to invest in himself. But he decided to take control. He began by prioritizing what mattered: his health, his family, and his career. He started blocking out time each day for each of those priorities. He didn't try to do everything at once. He focused on the big wins: his health, his relationships, and his career. Slowly, over time, the results started to show. His productivity soared. He became healthier. His relationships deepened. And his career started thriving in ways he never imagined. It all started with time. When he took control of it, everything else changed. Imagine starting your day with clarity. Imagine waking up knowing exactly where you're going, exactly what you need to do, and knowing that each action you take brings you closer to your dreams. No more feeling like you're running out of time. No more feeling stuck. The power to unlock your potential is in your hands. And when you apply this blueprint, you'll see your life transform in ways you never thought possible. In the next section, we'll break down exactly how you can maintain this momentum and build habits that will carry you through the toughest challenges. Are you ready to see how mastering your time will set you up for lasting success? Let's dive in. You're not just managing time. You're shaping your future. When you master your time, you unlock your full potential. And that's when the magic happens. The moment you decide to take control of your time, everything starts to shift. It's not just about getting things done. It's about getting the right things done. And when you do that, you'll see a transformation, one that changes everything. Now, imagine this. Picture yourself a year from now. You're looking back at this very moment. And as you reflect, you see how far you've come. You've grown, not just in what you've accomplished, but in who you've become. Every decision you've made to invest in your time has paid off. The goals you once dreamed of are now crushed. You've achieved more than you ever thought possible. You didn't waste time. You didn't allow distractions to control you. Instead, you took every minute, every task, every opportunity, and you used it to your advantage. And the result? A person who is fulfilled, successful, and living a life of purpose. This wasn't a distant dream. It was built on the decisions you made in the here and now. Contrast that with where you are today. Maybe you're stuck. Maybe you're still struggling to find your footing, falling into old habits, wasting time on things that don't move you forward. The difference between you and the person you want to become is how you choose to manage your time. Every day you choose distractions, you're one day further from reaching your potential. But every day you choose to invest in your time, even in the smallest ways, you're one step closer to the person you want to be. It's easy to fall back into old habits. We're all creatures of comfort. The distractions, the procrastination, the excuses, they're familiar. But let me tell you something, the transformation you're about to experience is worth it. I'm not saying it will be easy. It won't be. But I promise you, when you start mastering your time, everything else begins to fall into place. You'll get more done, yes. But more importantly, you'll start living the life you've always dreamed of, life of purpose, fulfillment, and success. When you take control of your time, you stop being a victim of circumstances. You stop waiting for the right moment to start. You create the right moments every single day. Your potential isn't something you have to wait for. It's something you unlock by choosing how to spend your time. And when you make that choice, you'll be amazed at how much you can accomplish. So here's your final call to action. Your time is now. Don't wait for another day, another opportunity. Stop letting distractions hold you back. Stop telling yourself you'll start tomorrow. Start today. Take the blueprint I've shared with you and apply it. Every decision you make from here on out can be a step toward your best self. Every moment you reclaim is an investment in your future. I promise you, when you begin to unlock your full potential, the world won't be the same. And neither will you. Time is in your hands. It's yours to shape, yours to master. Now, it's time to make it work for you. Now, visualize that transformation. You've crushed goals that used to feel impossible. You've built habits that elevate you, not just in the results you see, but in the person you've become. You've stopped waiting for the perfect moment and started creating those perfect moments. Every hour you've invested in yourself has brought you one step closer to the highest version of yourself, the version you've always known was possible, but couldn't reach because you didn't realize how much power you had in your time. Every task completed with focus, every moment you spent on purpose, every day you took action with intention, that was your key to unlocking your fullest potential. And now, you're standing at the point where the life you've dreamed of is no longer a distant idea. It's a reality. But let me ask you this. What if you keep wasting time? What if you allowed the distractions, the small, seemingly harmless habits, to take over? You're human. We all get caught in old patterns. The temptation to fall back into comfort zones is always there. But here's the truth, nothing worth achieving is ever comfortable. The person who stays stuck in the loop of distractions will keep waiting for things to change. But they won't, because they're not making the change themselves. On the other hand, the person who starts small, takes control, and starts investing their time wisely is on a path to greatness. The only difference between them and the person who remains stuck is the decision they made to prioritize their time. You've already started to recognize your time killers. Now, you get to decide, are you going to let them control you, or are you going to take control of them? I know it's easy to fall back into old habits, but trust me, the transformation is worth it. The moment you take control of your time is the moment you stop living reactively and start living proactively. You stop being at the mercy of distractions and start working towards your dreams with purpose and focus. When you start managing your time, the results won't be immediate. The shift won't be instant. But what will happen is a sense of control, a feeling of empowerment that will drive you forward every day. You'll begin to see that you're no longer waiting for opportunities. You're creating them. You're living with intention. And that's when the real magic happens. The truth is, time isn't just a resource. It's the canvas of your life. What you do with it will paint the picture of who you become. And right now, you have the power to shape that picture. The question is, what will it look like? So, here's your final call to action. Your time is now. Stop waiting for some future moment to start taking control. Stop letting distractions hold you back from the life you deserve. Your future is created by what you do today. Start today. Use the blueprint I've shared with you. Take that first step. Make your time your most powerful asset. Every minute you take back from distractions, every moment you spend on purpose, is an investment in your future self. The world won't be the same when you unlock your full potential, and neither will you. Imagine waking up tomorrow and looking at your life with new eyes. Imagine feeling the rush of progress and knowing that each minute you're spending is pushing you closer to the person you've always wanted to be. It's possible. It starts with you. Right now. The only thing standing between you and the life you want is your choice to take back your time. Will you choose to make that choice? I know you will. Because you've already started the journey. And remember, when you master your time, you don't just unlock your potential. You create the life you were always meant to live. The transformation starts now. The key to success is not in the things we do, but in the time we spend doing the right things. The time you take to invest in yourself is never time wasted. It's the best kind of growth you can have. You can't change the past, but you can always change how you spend your present to shape your future. Your life is a reflection of the choices you make. Take control of your time, and you take control of your destiny. Don't wait for the right moment to begin. The moment is now, and the future you're dreaming of starts with today. Time is the most precious gift you have. Spend it wisely, and watch how your life transforms. Small changes, made with intention, can create a life of extraordinary impact. Every minute matters. The way you spend your time defines the way you live your life. Make sure your time is spent on the things that matter most. Success isn't about doing more, it's about doing the right things at the right time. What you do with your time today will determine who you are tomorrow. The best time to start is now.